welcome you to our next world title main event in this Revenge the Rematches, brought to you by Don King Productions and King Vision in association with SET Pay-Per-View, Corona Beer, and the MGM Grand. At this time, we present the rematch for the WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. This bout is sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, President Jose Sulaiman, Supervisor Haig Collegiate, along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Dr. Elias Gala. Presenting the judges as appointed, Cindy Barton, Bill Graham, and Dr. James Jenkin. Introducing to you the referee in charge of this bout, Joe Cortez. All right, fans, here we go with the rematch of the explosive bout that took place just 1 year ago. And this is for the WBC Middleweight Championship of the World, scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you first the challenger. On my left, he is fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring wearing gold trunks with red trim and hailing from St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands. He weighed in at an even 160 pounds, and his record includes 49 wins, only 2 losses, with 45 big wins coming by way of knockout. He is currently ranked the WBC #2 middleweight in the world. Please welcome the knockout artist, who is the former 2-time world champion in the junior middleweight and middleweight divisions. Introducing Julian the Hawk Jackson. And his opponent across the ring is the defending champion. On my right, fighting out of the red corner, he enters the ring wearing green trunks with white trim, fighting out of Freeport, Illinois. He weighed in at the same weight of an even 160 pounds, and he steps into the ring with a record of 30 wins, only 2 losses, and he has 28 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, making his 3rd defense of his title, please welcome the hard-hitting WBC middleweight champion of the world, introducing the G-Man, Gerald McClellan. Once again, here's the referee in charge, Joe Cortez.
All right, gentlemen, come in. We went over the rules in the dressing room. I want a good, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Shake hands. Good luck.
Gerald McClellan, the only man on this card who had a little trouble making weight. Nothing new for the G-Man. He was a quarter pound overweight, went out, came back in an hour, weighed 160, saying afterwards, this is my last fight as a middleweight. He's probably closer to 180 for the fight. A key for Jackson could be to get this fight past the 4th or 5th round. Both McClellan and Jackson average under 4 rounds. Here we go, round 1, scheduled for 12 for the WBC Middleweight Championship. Gerald McClellan with a 5th round knockout over Julian Jackson in the first encounter.
McClellan's come out with a real good jab, and a big right hand.
Right off the bat, Jackson's in dire trouble. McClellan looking to finish him up seconds into the fight. Pummeling Jackson.
I'll tell you what, they're going to stop this if he doesn't offer up a punch. This fight's going to be over.
He should go down and take an 8 count.
I'll tell you, it gets better than getting hit like that.
Relentless attack by McClellan, and finally Jackson going down. Sort of.
4, 5, 6, 7.
The over under 6 rounds. This might not go a minute. Back comes McClellan.
I'll tell you what McClellan doesn't want to do is get a little overconfident sloppy, because Jackson can punch. couldn't get caught with that right hand. He had a box sharp. McClellan came out very aggressive, good sharp jab, landed the right hand, beginning of the end.
You know, we've said all along, you've said, I've said, Steve has observed this guy has no chin anymore. Well, he got hit really hard, and he went down, and then, of course, with the chin that he's got, he couldn't overcome that attack.
Unofficially, a minute 23 into the first round, the 20th first round knockout in 30 wins for Gerald McClellan. Exploding.
If you just heard him, he said, I'm going to continue. I'm not sure why, but fighters hate to roll over and say, I quit.
Well, especially a fast one like that. I mean, you always have the feeling, I just got caught. I mean, let me go back and try that again. And he better never try it again with McClellan, because that's going to be the same result over and over again. Gerald McClellan can box.
If you think I was a little
let's take a look at that first knockdown and see what lightning struck Julian Jackson.
Whenever I hit him, it was going.
All right, let's take 3 looks. I'm going to take the first one, and Bobby's going to do the other 2 as I go up. There's a punch. That right hand right there. That right hand right there was the quietus. The rest of this is window dressing until he goes down, because he is sure taking some punishment here. That's a brutal attack, although he's hitting a lot of gloves and everything. As Bobby says, some of those hurt as well.
For sure, the repercussions travel through the glove. Certainly it's taken away a little bit, but they go through the gloves right into your chin, right into your face. And if it were that easy to just put the gloves up here and say, don't worry about it, knockouts wouldn't happen near as often.
That's true. Well, it's certainly Julian has taken an awful lot of punishment there. I mean, he really, actually, he didn't go down there. He didn't touch anything. But mercifully, they gave him a count.
He should have gone down at a certain point anyway, so he didn't get, as you'll see in this replay, he's just getting unloaded on with everything. Again, he gets lazy with the left hand, boom. Right hand's on the button, it's clean. Now, his legs are a little bit under him now, although they're a little wobbly, but he just needs to go down and take the account. Take the rest and come back to fight. Sometimes that's a smart thing to do. It's difficult for fighters with a lot of pride to do it. I know unfortunately, I've been in that situation. I don't want to go down either.
Prior to his first fight with Jackson, McClellan toiled for the most part in obscurity, Bobby. The win over Jackson really put him on the map. This win really makes him one of the most devastating fighters in the world today.
And some fighters just fight even better as a champion. They rise to the championship status in their performance. And I think Gerald McClellan may very well be one of those people.
Now, that was just the initial knockdown, the first. Here, the end of the fight.
Well, Gerald's a great finisher. He's coming in. He knows that Jackson's hurt. He wants to unload that bomb. Digs a good shot to the body. Watch this shot on top of the head. He hit him in the body. That hurt him more than we thought. That shot on top of the head was actually just a kind of a pile driver to say, make sure you stay there.
The heavy-handed Julian Jackson putting it to the canvas as Gerald McClellan just lowers the boom. Let's get the official time from our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 23 seconds in round number 1. The winner by way of knockout and still champion, the G-Man, Gerald McClellan.
Gerald McClellan continues his impressive knockout rate. He's 31-2 with 29 knockouts. And he got all he wanted to get here against Julian Jackson. No revenge in this fight. So coming up next here at the MGM Grand Garden, the main event, the rematch between Frankie Randall and Julio Cesar Chavez, as Chavez tries to regain his WBC Super Lightweight Championship and atone for his only defeat. And here's the man who pulled it off, the only man in history to defeat the mighty Chavez. Frankie Randall making final preparations for the rematch in his dressing room. Randall has held the title for 96 days. You hear the reaction. They're seeing this on the big screen, the Chavez contingency here. Now, in just a matter of minutes, he'll look to regain the title he took away, retain it from Chavez. For now, though, We'll go back up into the ring of the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco.
Well, you can't possibly be tired. That's the fastest I've ever seen you work.
Well, you know, I work hard, you know, I train hard. I know for my punching power and boxing ability, whenever I hit a guy on the chin with either hand or to the body, he's going to be in trouble.
Did Julian ever get one shot in that you felt?
Well, I got a little bruise on my right eye. I don't know if it was a punch or his hair. I don't know what it was, but, you know, I was too busy trying to, you know, get him out of there. I wasn't worried about what he was throwing back. The first shot I threw him with, I knew I had him. The very first shot he hit me with, he was weak. He felt like a 147-pounder.
Here's where we're looking at the monitor now. You describe it. This is you. Now watch your first right hand. Now watch here. Now here comes the right hand.
I hit him with that first right hand. He was hurt. He had to be hurt. You know, because Gerald McClellan's the hardest puncher out there in boxing. And whoever I hit with those shots will lay down.
Don't you think long about here, this guy had been better served to take an 8 count and not take all that punishment he was taking.
Believe it or not, you know, by him being in the ring so long, he's supposed to be a veteran. And if it was me, you know, with the experience I got, I went down on one knee and got the heat up off me and got up and got my mind together, collected myself, and started all over again.
None of that tired you out?
Well, you know, I was throwing a lot of punches. I was landing a lot. I would lie if I told you I wasn't tired. Whenever you're working hard, you got to be getting tired. If you're not tired, you're not working hard.
But you had the confidence that that was going to be over in the first round.
A lot of confidence. Whenever Gerald McClellan gets a fighter hurt, get him in trouble, not swinging back, he's good as dead.
One last thing we've got to talk about is your weight. Your weight, you had to struggle to make it, and this was so successful. You're going to stay here, you're going to go up.
Well, you know, I'll get that to me and Don to talk about that.
Well, let's talk about it. Don's right here, and Don hasn't said a thing all night. Don.
Well, we're going to work at it and see what he want to do, but I tell you right now, I just want to relish in his victory. I want to savor the victory he had tonight. He proved by far he's the best middleweight out there and would challenge any middleweight in the world, super middleweight or middleweight. So he can go all the way down the line, Ferdy. I think we got us a winner right here, and we're going to play him and let him get ready to go out there and knock out guys.
So far, we've had 2 revenges and one the same as it was the first time. Now comes the big 4.
Yeah, here comes the big 4. Now it's going to be one great night of boxing. It's been a super show. We had a boxing 101 lesson with Terry Norris, you know, and so here we got back with the knockout that just like we thought it would be. Somebody was going to leave, and it was Julian Jackson, but it was a great fight.
Well, let's see what Jim Gray finds out about Julian Jackson's plans. To Jim Gray.
Okay, Ferdy, I'm here with Julian. First of all, are you all right?
I'm all right, man. No doubt about it. He caught me with a surprise punch. You know, I felt that I could have still continued. He caught me a good shot, and, you know, I had my faculties, and, you know, I guess Cortez felt that I had enough.
The big right hand, did you feel he would come out and try and end it real soon with you?
Well, I think he would have tried to jump on me because he realized that, you know, if the fight go the distance, he would have been in trouble. He tried to jump on me, and he took advantage of it. The referee made a decision, and hey, you know, but I could have continued.
Did you tell the referee that?
Definitely, and, you know, the referee, I realized, he know that we are both punchers, and Joe McClellan came out. He know that, you know, if I stayed around, he said, hey, he would try and jump on me and try and get the referee to stop the fight. I felt that was okay. I got a good shot, you know, but my faculties were still there.
What are your plans now? What will you do?
Well, hey, you know, I'm not a quitter, you know what I'm saying? I still got a lot left. Joe McClellan, you know, caught me a good punch. I thought that I would stood it regardless, you know, of the outcome of this fight. But, you know, what can I say? You know, I'm a diehard, you know what I'm saying? And I just give God the glory, and you know, he's Lord of my life. And I believe that Joe McClellan is a big man. He's a strong, you know what I mean? This guy is big. I think he's the biggest middleweight out there, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm not ashamed.
What are you going to do? Who would you fight? What do you want to do with your career?
Well, I'm going to tell you the truth. I came down to a junior middleweight while I was training. I had to lay off to gain weight. You know what I'm saying? And I was saying to my people after this fight, I'm going to challenge Terry Norris or Simon Brown, whoever wins. You know, because the weight is hard for me to keep middleweight. I have to eat maybe 3 times, you know, 4 or 5 days before the weigh-in just to make the weight. You know, Joe McClellan was strong.
So maybe what you're saying is you'll move down to fight a man that you beat, Terry Norris, once before.
Definitely, you know, as a matter of fact, we planned it even after this fight. If we win this fight, we were going to challenge the winner of Terry Norris, Simon Brown.
Julian, most gracious in defeat, 2-time champion. Good luck in the future.
Thank you very much.
Let's go back to Steve Albert.